Louisiana beer reviews. The Mad Elf. This was sent to me by Wayne in Pennsylvania. Thank you, Wayne. Tröegs Independent Brewing. The Mad Elf Holiday Ale brewed with cherries and honey. Can't get it in Louisiana. They have it in bottles and cans, and I guess on draft at some locations. Hershey, Pennsylvania. I've been to Hershey to tour the Hershey's factory, chocolate factory, but not this brewery. Yeast, spicy Belgian yeast. Cherries, Bing, Crosby. Bing cherries. Lambert, Montmorency, Royal Anne, and Van. Freshest by September 2nd, 2022. September 20th, 2022. Serve in a chalice. Well, I have something similar to that today. 11% alcohol. Pennsylvania wildflower honey. Chocolate malt and a hint of mischief. Oh, anyway, anyhow. One time I found Tröegs Troganator. I think it was down here in Louisiana, and I said, "Oh, look, Tröegs." I never saw it again, any of their beers. And Troganator was great. The Doppelbock, chocolate, Munchen, and Pilsner malt. The cherries I mentioned, some kind of hops. It gets a very good score on Beer Advocate, 88 out of 100. 87 out of 100 on Rate Beer, so 1 point difference. But a 68 in the style. So in the style they're saying, yeah, it's pretty bad. 77 on Untapped. There's so many video reviews, it's going to take me a long time, weeks to watch them all. I'm not going to just sit there watching video review after video review. If I watch a few every day, at least one every day, I'll get through it. But it's incredible, the amount. Nice smoke coming out the glass. I saw that, I think Wayne sent somebody else a canned version. That was pretty cool, a canned version. Which protects the beer from the light, but this brown bottle will do that too. Green bottles get some protection, clear bottles none. Which is why Miller uses their Galena hops for their High Life and Miller Genuine Draft, because it won't skunk. It's a very foggy morning. It's slightly cool here in December. Now there is a rust red appearance an ivory head. Is it clear? It's semi-clear. The appearance is semi-clear and bubbly. Yeah, you get cherries in the nose. 11%. Wow. No IBUs listed. Little alcohol note like sherry, like if it was cream sherry. Those are usually about 18% though. Ooh, those really knock you down. Malts, a little hop touch, like hop resin, but mostly it's like a holiday bread, not unlike a fruit cake, which I'd like to get some fruit cake this year, but they're so expensive. I don't really eat fruit. I actually never eat fruit. I don't drink juice. I drink wine. But somehow the fruit cake, which is more like a fruit bread, those seem to work with that dried fruit cake fruit, candied fruit. Okay, nice aroma, nice appearance. So A on appearance, A on aroma, taste time. Yeah, you get that spicy Belgian yeast. I was talking about some lagers that had that Belgian yeast flavor recently. One of which you can get at Trader Joe's is called Simpler Times, Pilsner and Lager. Especially the lager has a weird Belgian ale flavor, and I don't know what they're using. It seemed like they're using like a Belgian ale yeast in a so-called lager. It's a strange product. It's a good product. It's better than it was 10 years ago. 10 years ago it's questionable, very questionable. Now that's nice. If you gave this to me blind and said it's a Belgian ale, I would believe it. It's sort of like that. There's one from Castile. It's like a cherry ale, which is awesome and A+. And the price is an A+, very expensive price. I'm sipping this faster than I should. The body's high, medium, almost heavy. The finish is semi-dry. On the sweetness scale, it's really not that sweet. It's kind of sweet. 3 out of 5 sugar cubes. 3.5 out of 5 sugar cubes. Bitterness scale. Bitterness doesn't really play a role in this beer. I would say 1 out of 5 hop cones, and that's pushing it. Tartness. Same as the bitterness. It's minimal. Really, the main feature here is a shadow of cherries. Not really that cherry. It's strong malt, strong bread crust. Strong, rich bread crust. I think that would be the best description of it. Strong, rich bread crust. Does it deserve an A? Yes. 93 out of 100, 9.3 out of 10. A most excellent beer, which we can't get in Louisiana at this time. But like I said, I did the Tröegs. But see what happens. They'll try certain things out around here, and if no one bites, and it just kind of sits there, it's cut. They don't keep it. Genesee Cream Ale. They tried that in 2014 at Dorgnac's. I bought it. Apparently, I was the only one in Louisiana that bought it. Never saw it again after 6 months, if that long. Last year, I saw Genesee Cream Ale, canned. This time, not the bottles, this time canned, at Martin Wine and Spirits. Oh, yeah, Genesee Cream Ale. Went back later in the year. It's gone. Never seen again. And that is for so many products. You say, well, what's popular there? Bud Light, Coors Light, Miller Lite, Michelob Ultra, and Louisiana craft beers. Parish Brewing, Abita, the king of craft beer in Louisiana. Parish Brewing, Bayou Teche, and some other ones. NOLA, but these out-of-state products these days, they don't do so well. And you only got 4.5 million people in the whole state of Louisiana, top to bottom, east to west. And foreign beers have largely disappeared from our shelves. 10 years ago, everybody had Boddingtons. You could get Abbott Ale from England, the original Newcastle Brown Ale, the Cabby, the Werewolf, all kind of Belhaven beers from Scotland, Harp from Ireland. Well, it goes on and on, the Asian beers and all, but that just faded. All kind of German beers, Hopf. I'm not going to name them all, but now it's 10% of what it used to be. If it's Italian, it's going to be Peroni or Birra Moretti. And you're not going to see the La Raza. Okay, enough of that. So back to this. I would like to get more out-of-state craft beer, Louisiana, out-of-state craft beers. We get St. Arnold from Texas, and we get Shiner. So those are common. Lazy Magnolia to a pretty good extent from Mississippi, another neighboring state. Arkansas, well, we never got Arkansas beers. That's an even smaller state than Louisiana, so their output is low. And so on and so on. So Laissez Le Bon Temps Relais, an A beer from Pennsylvania. Thanks again, Wayne. And I'm going to end this review by saying, y'all go to Hershey, Pennsylvania, tour the chocolate factory, then tour the Tröegs Brewery.